there! It's time for vocabulary, tropical edition. I'm visiting my folks. Anyway, there is actually factually an alligator right on the other side of those oyster plants, and we're going to keep the gate closed. All right, here we go. Chapter 31. We'll see if he or she likes Hebrew. Okay. Bor, bor, bor. So that's pit or cistern. That's not so different from our word ba'er, right? Our other word for well. But this also figuratively, I guess the poets really like to use bor for the grave, the idea of going down to the pit, the grave. Bor. Okay, plural bot. Okay. Rea, rea, rea. Okay, so this is friend or companion, and it will never, even no matter what changes it makes for form, it will never lose its first vowel, because otherwise it'll be confused with ra, which is bad or wicked, evil, right? So this will always have its rea, rea. A friend is a ray of sunshine, right? Okay, rea, rea, friend or companion. Okay, sorry. This one's a little sloppy, but I'm short on cards. Okay, simla, simla, simla. Simla is an outer garment or cloak. Actually, this is probably better if I put it a little closer to you, on a small screen especially. So in biblical stories, when someone is showing extreme grief, they're going to tear their garment, their simla, simla. Safach, safach, safach. So to pour or shed blood. So safach, it's onomatopoeic. Safach, it's using that curved knife for a quick kosher killing of an animal for sacrifice, like the priest using that, splashing, or the sound also of splashing the blood of the sacrifice onto the altar. So safach or shafach, shafach. So the sound can help you remember that one. Tafas, tafas, tafas. To seize or to grab. We already have another word for this, but this one is tafas. I don't have a great one for this. I just remember that I like to grab me some tapas. I really like tapas. So even though it's, because we know that changes, right? A lot of times with the dagesh. Anyway, tafas, tafas, to seize or grab. You can find your own ways to remember things, but nata, nata, nata. Okay, so that's to extend or pitch, meaning like pitch a tent, or to turn aside, it says. So let's see, and we learned that a tent is an ochel. Anyway, nata and ochel. Anyway, nata, to extend or to pitch, like pitching a tent, putting it up. Well, here's another onomatopoeic one. Bacha, bacha, bacha. So this is to weep, or more in like boohoo, boohoo. Like if it's be them, it'd be bachu, 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 right? They cry, they cry, they cry. Anyway, to weep or mourn, like really intense, like with the wailing and everything. So it kind of sounds like boohoo, like boohoo, bacha. Okay, bacha. And then the imperative, we got verbs. Oh, I forgot to do the imperfect forms of the other ones. All right, well, we'll just go from here on. Okay. So with this one, we've got yovche. Yovche. For the other ones, look up your imperfect in your book to stay on top of those. Okay, here we've got. Now, remember before we had. Hold on. We had to pour or to shed. This one, right? Shafach, shafach. Pouring out the blood, the shedding of the blood. Then here we've got shachat, shachat. So shachat is the actual slaughter, the shachat. And then shafach is to pour it out. So maybe you can remember like shachat, like coming across the neck, the actual slaughter, and then shafach, like pouring it out, pouring out the blood, like okay. Okay, hopefully that helps and doesn't like just totally creep you out. All right. But I think the sounds can really help. They can really help to remember when onomatopoeic things are connected to meaning. Sorry. Ata, 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 ata. All right. So and now and so then ata. Okay. Rek, rek, rek. Yeah. Rek. Empty. Worthless, idle. Now, a well, a ba'er, can be empty, right? Or our new word here for this time, right? This time we got bor. So a ba'er or a bor could be empty. They could be rek. But calling a person this is what Jesus told us never to call a person this, right? Rek. So the well that Joseph was thrown into was rek. It didn't have water in it, so he didn't drown, right? Dotan, Dotan, Dotan. This is a proper noun. It's a city. Dothan, we would say in, American English. Anyway, Dothan is a city that's 13 miles north of Shechem. So we learned that this is where Jacob's sons had gone. They were not where they were supposed to be. All right, and the last word for this list for chapter 31, Reuven. Reuven, Reuven, or you can even just, Reuven. So, or we would say Reuben, right? Reuben, firstborn son of Jacob by Leah, which means, look, a son, right? Remember, because Bain is son. Reuven, Vain. Okay, great. Practice, practice.